Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft Mediumcore. So, we're starting here off in front of the little stalls we built in the last episode, and that for some reason took all episode. And I've got much bigger and better plans for today's episode. I have a new build in mind, and I want to at least start it. I want to make two guard towers on each sides of the road with kind of a bridge going over, just to look out over the town square in this area. Just two kind of a bit old looking but still functional guard towers, and I want to see if I can make them look rather nice. They won't be terribly tall, probably like 10 or 15 blocks, not very tall. Just something more simple. But that's my goal for today's episode, so I'm going to start seeing if I can lay out a foundation. Okay, so I've got the basic foundations finished. So these are the basic foundations, one on this side, one on this side, equidistant from the road, but there's only the door on the one side because this side, the base is going to be where all the guards sleep, so it's got to be more secure, so you can only access it by going in this and going over and down. So these are going to be the two towers. These are the foundations for them. I want them to be more cobblestone than anything else, just so it seems a bit like old and used. But and it's not going to be this exact shape either. They're not terribly large, but I think they're just the right size for the area, so you can still get in here, but also be proper guard towers instead of just sticks. But yeah, they won't be this exact shape because there'll be bits of rock that have built up on the sides and leaves and bushes up against the walls and little supporting bits. So there will be all kinds of pieces around, and so it won't be exactly like this, but that's just the foundation. So yeah, I'm gonna get to work and we'll see how this turns out. Alright, so I've got the main circle of the first tower in place and started the second one. It's only 10 blocks tall. It's not meant to be terribly tall, but it does stand out. So it's mostly cobble, and then we got the wooden pillar in the center to keep it up. And then I've got the other one started and the pillar in place. Now, keep in mind, it doesn't look the greatest right now, but it is far from finished. I still have the very top to do, the arch, and the actual decorating and detailing on the side, so when it's done it won't look anything like this. But this is just the start. This is what I have so far, and it doesn't look too bad, so I'm going to get working on the second one. Alright, so the second tower main circle part is in place, and it's looking good. These used more materials than I was expecting. So I had to go mining out a lot of andesite and smelting up a lot of stone. I think I smelted 2 or 3 stacks of stone for this, and that's all I have left. But the two main parts of the towers are in place, so that's what's important so far. The main structure, I still gotta add the top layer, the archway, and then the supporting bits. But while I was doing this, I think I have mastered the water bucket trick from heights around 10 blocks. Because that's the only method I had of getting down, and I didn't take damage once. My armor's not too great, though. So yeah, that's the main two tower parts. So now I'm just going to get working on finishing them off, prettying them up, and just tying everything together. But I quite love walking down the street between the two. I think it's really nice, and it's going to get even nicer. I have found myself in the extreme hills once again because I have entirely run out of andesite for the build. I need a lot of andesite, and I have... And I have absolutely none, so I've been reduced to mining out the ground. So that is rather unfortunate. worst part is now I have to go get another pickaxe. This build is rather draining. It's taking more resources than I expected, unfortunately, but I think it'll definitely be worth it in the end, because I think it's definitely going to look very good. So, just gonna swim through the water, work my way home, just follow the road. And yeah, well, I guess I'll get this all finished up, and I'll be right back. Alright, so, I've got everything finished with the main structure of the towers. The main structure of the towers is finished. I've got the top bit of both of them. These are still far from done, but they already, with this top bit, they already look 10 times better than what they did 5 seconds ago. So, that's good. But this has been a lot of work, and I've actually run out of time. So, unfortunately, this build is incomplete for this episode. Incomplete, not incomplete. So I'll finish it next episode. And that took a long time. But yeah, this took, what I thought was going to be a simple one episode project actually took longer than I expected. And getting all these materials and building all this actually took a lot longer than I was anticipating. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to stop work now and finish this in the next episode. But I've got a solid start on it, which is good. Yeah, I've got everything nice and in place, so I can continue working on it, because I've got the main structures of the tower, which is the most important part for now, and the inside has got a good support beam through the middle that I can work on building the interior from. All I really need to do is build up the decorations on the side, fill out the interior, and make the arch. So that won't take as long, hopefully. This is all the materials I have left, though. This is all my andesite. This is all my smooth stone. I have more cobble, but not a lot. I'm actually running out of cobble, and I've had to go out and mine cobble. I've had to mine andesite. I've had to smelt a lot of stone. This ended up being more resource intensive than I expected, but it's looking good so far. So hopefully when it's done, it doesn't look bad. I'll have to do a bunch of mining off camera, though, to get the materials I need. Unfortunately, it's been a lot more expensive than I anticipated. I was really not expecting it to be this. I was not expecting it to take this long, and unfortunately ended up running out of time. So that one's on me. But it will be completed in the next episode, I promise. And yeah. So my goal is to have the supports on the side first, and then do the interior and then the archway, so I can get to the next one, and then do this one. So start here, and then move here. And from a distance, it actually looks pretty okay. So that's a plus. Kind of blends in with other things, though, which is a bit annoying. But it looks okay. It'll definitely look better as I get more stuff built up around it. But it kind of fits. Yeah, it's a build. It exists. So yeah, so I'll finish this in the next episode. So that's all we have time for in today's episode. And I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.